Good morning, and today we have a very interesting note coming in from Citi. The discussions they had with investors, around 25 plus investors over the past few days. So now they're giving us a sense about what investors are actually looking at, what are they talking about, and what was their suggestion or what did they talk about. So starting with, obviously they said that in the discussion the main focus was on India strategy as well as the IT sector. Most common questions that were asked were regarding activity levels, or when is the pace of opening up, pace of opening up, any risks from COVID-19, realistic Nifty EPS, and other FII flows, can they be strong? So these were certain main important points which were covered. Now obviously they highlighted certain key discussion points. One was on the activity levels and COVID-19. There was a lot of discussion about that, and they did have a talk about these levels as well. Now other than that, the most talked about stocks in that was ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank and Reliance. Other than that, there was Infosys, HCLT as well Airtel and Maruti. These were the main stocks that I think investors were really interested on and they were talking about. Overall, they did talk about how Indian IT is fully valued, or is there some more space for upside, and when is the right time to book profits. So they did say about that there are modest, they believe that there are modest upsides, and they remain quite relatively stock specific in the IT segment. Like they prefer TechM, Infosys and HCLT. While obviously in terms of margins, they believe that FY21 expected should be decent given the growth as well as the recovery and cost control measures that the company have taken. That is going to be very interesting. So they believe that the margins are going to be quite decent coming in the IT segment, as well as when obviously everyone wants to know TCS versus Infosys. So over there, they continue to prefer Infosys despite the around 25% outperformance in the year to date. They believe that faster growth would result in multiple covering over there, and they believe they still prefer Infosys over TCS. Now talking about financials, IT Pharma, this was the most talked about segments over there for them, and financial they believe will continue to underperform. So overall their view is that clarity on NPL is going to be the key in the financial segment. While valuations are attractive, but still that clarity on NPL is something they'll watch out for. Now FMCG, after the underperformance, 20% underperformance versus Nifty over the past 6 months, the question that was raised about was re-rating, or will there be a catch-up trade that we'll be seeing over there. So Citi, they still believe that they will maintain their underweight stance over there. But for IT and Pharma, obviously have done well, but they remain very selective and stock specific over here. So this was the overall view on the sector specific, especially IT, Pharma, if you go to see, as well as FMCG space. Now talking about flows. So while August they believe there was a strong month, September was quite muted. So the DMF flows have been weak, and overall the flows might not be enough to take the market higher, is what Citi believes. When talking about FII flows, DII flows, overall domestic flows coming in. So this is what is their view over there. And they also said that we should await for more clarity on any further stimulus coming in, and they suggest that fiscal space seems to be very limited, so that is something they'll wait and watch out for in terms of the fiscal clarity. And this was the overall view, if you go to see, on the market as well as overall sector specific.